a collection of 7 quick and simple ways to save money fast. One of the skills that will serve you well throughout your life is managing your finances effectively, including handling your money and saving money quickly. And your life does not have to be restricted due to it. But in this video, we'll go over some of them, and you'll be shocked at how easy it can be. There are many things to pay attention to, something to optimize, and ways to do certain things simply more brilliant. These are the things that benefit you in everyday life, but they become much more crucial in challenging times, like when the economy is struggling. Let's get down to business now, shall we? Number 1. If you haven't already started monitoring your costs, this is the first thing you should do if you haven't already done it. Let's get this out of the way. You have a responsibility to keep track of where your money is being spent. Keep a record of all of your expenditures, including your regular monthly payments and things like coffee, home items, and tips given in cash. Recording your costs may be done with a pencil and paper, a basic spreadsheet, or a free spreading tracker or app found online. Do what works best for you. Once you have your data, classify it by categories, mainly to determine how much goes to required and non-necessary costs, such as petrol, food, and mortgage, and total each amount. Once you have your data, organize it by categories. Ensure you have included everything by checking your record against your bank and credit card bills. Number 2. If you have a lot of debt, you get a lot of bills every month, and the interest rate on bills are generally relatively high. If you have a lot of debt, it also means that you have a lot of invoices. Therefore, such needs to be eliminated without delay. Make an effort to pay off any significant debts you have if feasible. If you have more than one loan, you should concentrate on paying off the ones that have the highest interest rates before moving on to the others. If it is not feasible for you to pay off the debt, investigate the possibility of switching to a loan with a low interest rate. However, it would be best to focus most of your attention on getting rid of them since they will be detrimental to your financial situation. Number 3. You may own a vehicle, and depending on where you live, getting about in a car could be essential to your day-to-day life. However, this is not the case for many people, or it is something that you can change. Due to the high cost of gasoline, this is one of the most significant areas where you may make substantial savings in a short amount of time. If you drive your vehicle to work every day, you should look into other transportation options as soon as possible. Can you work from the comfort of your own home? If so, that's one step closer to reducing your reliance on your automobile, at the very least on a few days every week. You should make a shopping list in advance and try to go grocery shopping when you are already driving, such as on the way home from work or when going somewhere else. While you are there, you should buy everything on your shopping list so that you won't have to go back to the store for a while. If you need to travel someplace with your vehicle, try to consolidate as many errands as you can into a single trip, if feasible, so that you don't have to go somewhere else for anything else. Another helpful advice for grocery shopping is to avoid going there while you are hungry, since if you do, you will almost certainly wind up purchasing more than you need. Number 4. Next, energy efficiency. There are little and large ways to conserve energy around the house. Smaller ones include always having the TV on in the background and filling the washing machine correctly so you don't have to do it often. Dishes too. Room temperature is the major energy saving issue. It's different in colder and warmer locations. You'll need more energy to heat your home in colder places, but you can optimize your room temperature. Just 1 degree wrong may make an enormous difference in your costs. I'm not suggesting you should always be uncomfortable, but keep the temperature down. In summer and warm places, significant energy consumption occurs from air conditioners. You don't need to feel uncomfortably hot while decreasing aircon, but you need to pay attention to what is fair. Reducing air humidity is a wiser method to minimize air conditioning and feel comfortable. It's easy, yet few know. Warmer places during summertime have more air humidity, which is unpleasant. And managing air humidity applies to colder climates, but you'll need to enhance air humidity in winter using an air humidifier. This makes lower temperatures with average air humidity seem more pleasant and reduces the need to raise the room temperature. Your health should keep an air humidity between 30 to 50%. Number 5. When discussing additional bills, it is necessary to examine whether ones are more or less obligatory. Cancel any memberships or subscriptions you aren't currently using, mainly if they are set to renew automatically. Please make an effort to tally up all of the subscriptions you have and then document them in a list. Not just streaming services, but anything else you make a reoccurring payment for. Be on your guard if the service you are using offers a free trial period. For example, it is easy to forget that you signed up for a free trial until many months after the business has already begun charging you. In addition, focus your attention on those more vital than the others. And none of this necessities that you cut back on anything. On the contrary, I encourage you to allocate a small portion of your budget to entertainment. For example, you can subscribe to more than one streaming service at the same time for a monthly fee that is less than $10, euros, or pounds, depending on the country in which you are viewing this. However, a single subscription will provide a great deal of entertainment for everyone living in the same house. And when the time comes for the subscription to be renewed, you can cancel it and switch to another streaming service, for instance, Netflix or something else entirely. But to limit the number of streaming services that you use simultaneously. Number 6. As internet providers provide speedier connections, the speed you require may be different, and it's simple to overspend on the internet. To comfortably view high-resolution movies while occupying the most bandwidth, the speed necessary is around 10 Mbits per second. For Ultra HD, meaning 4K quality, it rises to 25 Mbits. And if you work from home and conduct video conferences, it will be less. 25 Mbits seems poor compared to 200 or 500 Mbit or gigabits. The necessary bandwidth depends on how many people live in your home, whether you're alone, and what they use. As a guideline, reducing your internet speed might save money. Number 7. The previous ones focus more on cutting costs by getting rid of needless expenses and optimizing an item or two. The last piece of advice, which is crucial, is to include savings in your budget. After you have figured out your income and spending, the next step will be to determine how much money you will put away in savings before you get your paycheck. This means that when you get your paycheck, you will first make the payments required for you, but you will then immediately transfer the predetermined amount of money, for example, to your savings account. Since of this, you won't be tempted to spend it because it won't be in your regular budget. If you take care of it right away, you won't have to worry about it again, as some people may plan that shortly before their income, they would deposit whatever is left on their account into savings. Still, in most cases, this does not work out as planned, since there is either nothing left on the invoice or it is less than what was anticipated. But if you do it first, you'll find out how much money is still in your account, and you'll be able to work with that information, which often results in a far better outcome. When you start to realize how much more money you'll have, it will be fantastic, and it's going to change your life. However, doing all of this demands some discipline. In addition to that, none of these necessities reducing anything.
I hope you liked and learned something from today's video. If you want to keep improving and being inspired, subscribe and press the bell button to be alerted whenever we upload a video. This has been Market Profits Institute.